Welcome back. Welcome back, family. Welcome back to T&J Construction, the best in the business. This foundation is near completion right now. But guys, let's see how it all got started. Let's check it out. Setting up the profile. T&J Construction. Okay, family. This is one of those foundation that is damp proof from top to bottom. All right, so after our excavation, this is what we had, and then we put in our damp proof memory. CEO on site, making sure everything is going according to plan, the way it should be. But anyways, we got our damp proof membrane at the bottom or at the base of the foundation throughout the length and breadth of this entire foundation. Everywhere that had the wall coming up had plastic at the very bottom before we do our casting. So as you can see, most of those drops you are seeing is all the mat, the pillows mat area. When we say damp proof foundation, this is what we mean. Our guys are just getting back from their lunch, coming back to it. As you can see, we have enough manpower on every site to get these jobs done quickly and accurately. We want to make sure our customer work move on quickly. We don't like to delay. We don't like to hold your work back, because we know you have time that you expect these jobs to be done. But hey, after setting our gauge and everything, as you can see, if you look in there, you see the line. We then do our casting with the plastic beneath the casting. The casting go on top of the plastic, the damp proof memory.
Yeah, over there, and I'm going down to go at our end. Okay, so this is it. So all of the steps.
We set the perimeter first.
The condition is being observed, and see, this is number 3.
As you can see, very rich mortar at the base.
Then,
very rich.
get to number 4. Okay, so
as you can see, the steps in the foundation right there,
this is the center,
because the land is on the slope.
So the guys are doing mixing.
So we have the steps at different stages in this foundation, but you can just look at the color of the concrete that was poured.
See the T&J Construction. This is how far we are.
This video I make it long, a little bit than my usual videos, because I want you to kind of follow along.
See it?
Just look at the color. If
So that's the thing
if
is
you do
in
your
open. So right
foundation,
now
you can see
we
gray,
are attacking
dark gray
the
in the
middle
cement.
from here.
Then you know that yes, the right ratio is being
Straight
used.
this way.
And you see we got our lines
Okay,
to
so
keep
that's
the
it. See you
level.
later.
And then after that, the block laying commence. And then our field engineer are on site to double check everything. This is our foreman right there, Pop Eddie. But he's still listening and share ideas and exchange ideas with our field engineer, because even though he's been doing it for a very long time, but we want our work done a certain way. We want to give our customers certain quality of work. So we are on top of that. So we are definitely hands-on. We don't give work and then turn our back and come back and check it out later. We are hands-on with our team, our subcontractors, just to make sure things is being done to specifications. We put a lot of time and care into the work we get from our customers. And because we are always bringing the right team on site, we are not concerned about profit right now. The main thing is putting out quality work, and we know the money gonna come later. It's not our concern right now, but we just want to make sure putting quality work, make sure the work is being done to specification, especially in areas that we're going to have curves and stuff like that. We want to make sure that everything is on the same level. If not, we make our adjustments. We'll go over every single aspect of our job. Check everything. Again, we have enough manpower on site. And then once my field engineers are done, the CEO himself moving to double check, just to make sure what they tell me or what they report to me is what I'm actually getting on the field. If I'm not there, I'll usually send another person that's not working on this project to go and double check things. And my guys understand that before it used to be a friction, but now they come to the realization that it's for the better good of everybody. Making sure we are doing quality check on all of our work at every stages. Even though this part of the house is going to be buried underground, but we still double check every single thing. All the mortar joints are tightly closing. The ones that have a little bit of gap, we fill them in later before we backfill. The blocks we use on the foundation, we make sure they are solid blocks. That is that. Continue to watch, follow along. If you are in the construction field, you might learn a thing or two. Or if you have anything that you think we missed here, you can leave a comment in the comment section. We are open to learning different ways of doing things, checking all the corners, and I'm not just checking the one side. That's one of the main reason that we specify on the type of blocks we use. It has to be straight and neat, because once we check all angles. And one of the reasons that we do all the quality check is is to also alert the guys to know that we're going to be checking, because we are working on multiple projects at the same time. So if we leave our foreman in charge of a project, we wanted to know that we're going to come and check, so that they are not cutting corners when we are not there watching, you know. And it's the same thing with my engineers. They know that I'm going to check these things, because if you come and give me a different report than what I found in the field, if we have to redo anything, definitely you're going to be eating our costs, because we cannot put the cost back to the customer. And then again, I go over the importance of following the specification and doing the right at all time. We cannot slack off. We cannot take no shortcut, because our work gonna speak for itself when we are not around. If anybody else visit our site, in our absence, we want our work to speak for itself. And if they visit our site, we wanted to come and bring their spirit level in a square to check for plumb, check for level, check for square, even in the areas that we know that it's not going to be seen, that's going to be buried underground. We just want to make sure it should just be a way of life for all of our guys, that okay, even though the part may not be showing, but still has to be done right. It still has to be level. It still has to be flat. Whether we're working on a hill or working on a flat ground, everything has to be level, plumb, and square. All right. So this is all of the details and pressure we put on ourselves. So we don't believe that anybody can put any pressure on us than we already put on ourselves. I won't call that pressure. I would just say quality. It's just about quality all around. When you're working with T&J Construction, we want you to relax and know that your work is in good hands. And, we just want you to actually relax. We got you. So one may ask, why are some of these walls blacking and why we're doing a beam while we are still laying blocks? Because this area is down the hill, so we are doing our initial beam, because the amount of courses of block that already came from underground, so that when we backfill, the wall don't bust or crack. So we're doing the first tile beam before we do the original tile beam. And the reason why the walls are black on both sides is because we already started dam coating, started using the dam coat paint on both sides of the wall. We put the plastic underneath from the foundation level before we cast the concrete on top of the dam proof membrane. Now we are dam coating both sides of the wall before we backfill. So the entire building going to be sitting on a dam proof solid foundation to eliminate mold, moisture, and some of the other things that eat up the cement from the soil. So that's why we are doing this. Okay. But yeah, after we did our initial cast, we did our second course of block. As you can see, some of the blocks are standing straight up and some are leaning in a horizontal position. This one are in a vertical position. It's because we want to maintain our height, and because we are doing a curve, so we had to do it that way so the curve can form accurately. All right, because whatsoever plan whatever design you have on your plan, that's what we want to give you. And then from there, again, I'm meeting with the engineers on site. We are going over everything, exchanging ideas, communicating that with our field foreman, and we're making sure the work is being done according to what we have on the plan, what we have on the blueprints. It's kind of painstaking to do it this way, but we don't know no other way. It has to be done this way, especially at the foundation level. It has to be accurate. It has to be perfect. So if you want quality work, if you don't want to pay for work 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and stuff like that, you don't want to settle for less, come to T&J Construction. Okay, like I said, our prices are fair and reasonable, but I can tell you right now up front, you might run into people in Liberia that might give you less than what we charge. We charge what we charge because, number one, speed and accuracy for your work, and 2, we are giving you warranty on your project, and we are bringing the best of the best to get your job done. So do the math. Let's assume that you pay 10 cents for your foundation, and we were charging 15 cents, and then you come by, you have to break part of it down again, it costs you another 10 cents. Now who's paying more? Just an example. So you want to do something, do it the first time the right way, and go through the right channel. Don't think you're saving money by going with cut corner builders, because eventually, trust me, you're going to find out that you are not saving any money at all. So that is that. And this portion now, we're going to run another coaster block before we do our tar beam, but you will see it further down the road. You will see it. So like you see, they are digging the area. Those are going to be hidden walls, are going to be extra support for the foundation, but we couldn't dig those walls because the space was tight. So now we are digging those walls, digging those trenches now to put those hidden walls in. That's not going to show above the foundation level, but it's just going to be like an extra support. Okay, so that's how we do it. That's how we do it. Neat and clean block laying, straight walls, quality work through and through. All right, now we have done with our block laying. We are setting up the final tar beam. As you can see, while we have our truck delivering the laterites that we're going to use to compact. So after we do this tar beam, as you can see, the steel we are using, even the one we are using to tar as a stirrup, is thick. He's standing on it right now and it's not even budging. So again, that's the kind of work we like to give our customers. Quality work through and through.